Yeah, look at that beautiful lake there. 2 levels. Really cool. Turn this down a bit. Good to see you all here. Welcome to the show. I saw Scotty Boy. I saw B. Freeman. I see Lucky Stone. Awesome. Good to see you. I see the Manifester 1111. Nice. I live in an apartment 1111 Manifester. Pretty kind of congruent there. Do you like living in the apartment number 1111? Joy says Stimpy. Okay. Joy, right? Right in that little clearing there, eh, Scotty boy? Awesome. So, busy weekend for me. I didn't do a show last night, had a whole bunch of stuff going on. Today we're going to talk about a few things. Man Madol, we've got some images sent of dragons. And of course, as always, we'll have some chat. We'll invite anybody up who wants to come up and have a chat about any subject you're interested in, unless I don't like it. But other than that, it's completely free. Let's get our smudge on before we get started here. Where is my smudgy stick? Oh, looks like I have to travel for my smudge stick. Oh, no, there she is. Got some Palo Santo or Santo Palo, whatever you want to call it. You were crushed? I'm sorry, Scotty boy. I was otherwise occupied. But there's always next weekend, right? I don't miss too many shows. A couple in the past weeks, though. It's been a busy life for me. There's your world. Yeah. Your world came to a screeching halt, did it? Marlena sent me a nice email saying that she would be unable to make it for class. Hopefully, we'll see her again next weekend. Poo Palo. The Manny Festival. The sage is nice. Yeah, my sage isn't. My sage is over there, so I use my. Oh, it's right here. Okay. It was touch and go further there for a minute, but you pulled through. Awesome. So let's see what we're going to look at first here. Let's stop that share screen and present. Let's see here. Let's go to inbox first. We have some images sent to us by Chloe. So let's take a look at those. Angel Wings screenshot. So, sorry, Angel Wings, not Chloe. New dragon, pick or ship. Not a bird way up high. Someone suggested it's a moon dragon checking on me from the dark side of the moon. Let's take a look here. Oh, kind of resembles a bird, but not really. More of a ship type structure. That is really cool. So these are from Angel Wings. These are shots, I'm assuming, from a her phone camera. She's not here to confirm that. Looks like we might have some video on it, but I don't think that's available to me. Massive wings if it's a bird, yeah. See, I've got the up close image. Let me see if I can get it in better for you guys. Could be a bird, but I really, really doubt it. It looks like it's got a flat surface on top, and it appears that it has this one single structure sticking out from the bottom. And I hope that's in close enough. Oops. You guys can see there's almost an aura. Let's see how close in we can get here. That's it. So that's as close as we can get. But there's seems like one single structure. Let me see what you guys are seeing now. Yeah, you can see that pretty good, right? That's not a bird, right, Manny? Followed by a moon shadow. Yes, a moon shadow, moon shadow. Yeah, it would be massive wings, and it almost looks like, yeah, there's an aura around it. Some type of a field or an effect. And the top looks like a very smooth surface. You don't see any feathering of any sort. So I'd say that's a bona fide UFO there. That would be my assumption. Yeah, a field, right, of some sort. And it looks like it emanates from the bottom. I do wish I could get in closer on this. But there seems to be, I don't know, it just could be the patterning of the field, but it seems to have a white part there. I don't know if that would be of any purpose or use, but it does mostly seem to be emanating. It doesn't emanate around this tail part, just in this area here, more so than anywhere else. Almost having a bluish tinge. That's a really cool pic. There's probably a lot more to analyze in that. It's got a white end, very smooth top, and that wing-looking structure is, as far as I can tell, underneath it, and only a single structure. Very interesting pic, angel wings. It could be a distortion of a bird, but I don't really buy that. That doesn't make much sense for me. Always put the possibility out there. Or festia. Lots of letters. That's really cool. Okay. Let's take a look at the next one. See what we've got here. This is blind. I have no idea what this image is. So let's see. Okay, looks like the sun is doing some possibly, we're looking at the sun. Now it's coming through a cloud, obviously, but sometimes obscuring the image can have a benefit. It looks very oval in oval in shape, somewhat distorted. I was told these were dragon pics. Oh, is that something in the sky there, or is that just on my screen? Oh, there it is. Okay, we have the faraway version of the same object. She got, or she zoomed in on this pic for us. Really cool. So it's the same image. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Pamela Jean. How you doing? Missed you too last night. Looks like a face when zoomed out. Memorial Day. We had our May 2-4 last weekend. Kind of synonymous with buying a 2-4 a beer. That's what we call it. You got to get your 2-4 on May 2-4. I see the black image now. That's a really cool image. Well, get rid of that. Doesn't want to go away. But really cool. That was late night. What's that? All right. So that's really cool. Don't know what it is. I'd put that as, again, I say, a bona fide UFO. Oh, we got in really close on this one. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, it has two colors, a white end, very smooth looking top. Got different colors on this appendage or wing looking thing, which I don't believe is a wing. I am perplexed by this. That's a really good image. That is a really fantastic image to find. Hi, Squirrel Sniper. Black Knight or Enormous Goosebumps. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's a really good pick. So let's see how she got it again. So there's her the first pic she sent me. A close up of it. Let's see if it's in the same. Yeah, it's in the same cloud formation. So she zoomed in on that for us. What a find! So so far off. Good eye, angel wing. I wish she was here so she could add some information to this, where it was and such. But amazing, absolutely amazing. Hi, Jolly Man. Good to see you. It's a rudder? Yeah, it looks like a rudder. Someone put it back together in multiple wrong ways. That is a real UFO, yeah. We can't identify what it is at all. So it is definitely an unidentified flying object, or a UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. Oh, well, send them to me if you find anything, Pamela Jean. I'll feature them on the show. And any of you others out there, I do post my email quite freely. I'll put it again in chat. And if any of you have any amazing pics you want to feature, I would be happy to feature them. I do really enjoy the viewer pics I get. Feature them pretty much on every show if I get it. Well, no matter how many I get, if I get one, if I get 20. But that one's really amazing. Thank you again for that, Angel Wings. She's not here, but really cool. Let's see what else we've got here. I want to look at that again. Nice close up. That is amazing. Definitely not a bird. Really cool. Okay. That's it for emails at the moment. But what a stunning email. That was a really good one. Let's get some super positive energy cleanse for your home and yourself. I can't remember the name of this uh, group. Let's put out this video. Beautiful video. Look at that. And let me pause that for a moment because we're going to feature some landscape that has some of those formations. They utilize some of these formations in Nan Madol. Here they come. You can see these six-sided rock formations here coming in close. Just in that one area, the rest of the terrain doesn't have these formations. That's why they claim that they're volcanic. But if you watch Roger from Mud Fossil, you'll realize that that's biology. A lot of people think it's tree stumps, and it's possible. I've seen trees over in where is it? The Galapagos, I think. Very gigantic tree stumps. They're just the bottoms of them, though. We'll be looking at some formations like that. It's a duck. It could be a duck. It doesn't look like a duck to me. Hi, Pam. How you doing? There's the link if you want to pop in. Did you see our image sent to us by Angel Wings, the UAP? We'll go back to that in a while later. It's a duck. It's not a duck. It's duck season. It's not rabbit season. It's not duck season. It's Elmer Fudd season. I don't think it's a duck, B. Freeman. You know, pin that. I do like that YouTube puts the lives right on my homepage. That's nice. Hit that thumbs up, your way in or your way out, whichever you prefer. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Give me a second. Pin message. There we go. All right. Smoochies, Karen Lynn. Yes, absolutely. It's not squirrel season. Hey, Christos. Excellent timing. Maybe it's a shadow people conglomeration? Could be. Yeah, I hope you do get in the remote viewing class, Manifester. What was our previous destination? Well, we did one yesterday in the afternoon. Is the Earth a soul trap or a school? Really good responses from that. We kind of got the intention or the belief that it was kind of both. Maybe it is like a Chinese trap. The more you struggle against it, the tighter it gets, the less able you are to get out. But why would you want to get out anyways? The world's a beautiful place. Phone call cut you off yesterday? All right. No problem, buddy. Your sound was really good, so that was awesome. Yeah, I hope, Manifester, you do make it to class. We'll be doing class. We do a class every Friday and Saturday night, except for last night. We won't mention that. Hey, beloved, good to see you. Yeah, be careful what you put in those Chinese finger traps. That's right. Someone cut off your computer. Cut my what? Someone cut my computer off on Friday. Huh. I was in your house. Oh, that's terrible. It's all about perspective, right? Yeah. Hey, beloved. Good to see you. Yeah. I don't know. I've been here apparently many, many times. I don't know. I don't feel trapped. Some people do. You sent an email? All right. Let's take a look here. Where are we there? Oh, that's not it. Do, 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 do. Music is so soothing. Good thing earlier. Pamela Jean, no subject. Let's see here. Screenshot. Oh, that's cool. Healer, nice. 1968. Nice. Right? Ooh, cool. Really cool pick here. Now this is okay. I have to admit, it's strange. Much more bug looking though. Almost got like a carapace back here, but it's kind of blurry. That's really neat. How far away was it? um, yeah, we need some info. That's really cool. Could be like a fairy too. You know, looks like a giant cicada on the back end there, but the front end, I don't know what's happening up there. Does have an organic feel to it. Yeah, it looks like a larvae. Yeah. Looks like a cell phone on its back. Okay. I don't know what to make of that one. It's got bug like aspects to it. But the image doesn't. It's my mantis girl. Nice. Yeah, I do. I do like the mantis people. If you're out there, mantis people, I do like you. Don't eat my head off. Wings buzzing? Yeah, the wings aren't really that visible if there are wings, or they're going so fast. Yeah, I see that too, Scotty boy. Hi, Pam. How are you doing?
I'm good. 1 second.
Yep. Dragon bees, that's a good one.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, we hear you now.
Okay, I had to mute the other tab.
Oh yeah.
How you been?
I've been good. Yeah, life's been taking control of me for quite a bit. So I didn't do class last night, but got some good sleep.
Hopefully you had a good date night.
Yep. My double date night went quite well. We went out for dinner
Awesome.
to a pub that had no pub food except for
Oh
fish and
no.
chips. Yeah, I was, it's like a Irish style pub. We were expecting, bangers and mash and a few other, British
Shepherd's
style.
pie.
Yeah, that type of no shepherd's pie. It was like
Oh
no
wow.
nothing. No shepherd's pie, no bangers and mash. And those are the things I go for at those places, right? Because they always do their own specialty type, right? So, you get different kind of bangers, and the pie's done differently, and yeah, the fish and chips was good. I had that, so
Were
it
you
was
on
pretty good.
London the stream last night when someone presented like a playlist to, or was it, maybe it was the other night, that whole lens theory of the Earth?
I think I saw some of that. Yeah.
I went down the rabbit hole this morning and like dug into that playlist, and it adds a lot of credence to London's theory. I'm excited about when he shares all that with you. I was blowing up his Telegram with all the stuff that fortifies his theory. It's quite interesting. It was talking about how gravity pushes everything down against the lens Earth and all of that. I was like, wow. And then they went into all the spiritual I am references, because that playlist is from a more of a spiritual perspective. It was really, really interesting. My mind was completely blown by it. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to London sharing all that with you guys.
I was looking into the thought of the planets being mirrors, but having like a convex or concave aspect to them. I don't know if that,
I'm leaning toward, like, out of all the theories about the nature of this realm's shape, I'm leaning toward the lens, a convex lens, or the whole circuit board Earth, because that's another fascinating theory.
Yeah, I like the idea of there being a bubble around us. And I have seen one video that I consider convincing of it. It was taken in infrared. And there was a stationary crack in the image. And he moved his camera and the crack stayed the same place. And he watched this crack for hours and hours. And he separated out some little clips of his video. And what he had was things that would go straight up to the crack and then disappear. Straight up to the crack, then disappear. Straight up to the over and over again. There's an interesting one. Had they put a crack in the dome? I don't know. But that video sure gave me pause to think,
Well, that's funny you say that, because in the playlist I was listening to today, they were talking about their attempts to crack the dome.
Yeah, with the there was a particular experiment they did with nuclear bombs. Are all flat, but with perspective, it creates a sphere. Could be the lensing effect that they're talking about now. Who doesn't? Okay. The Karen Kraken. We're talking about, I don't know who got us onto that. Oh, Scotty Boy, of course. You have pants on, I hope, Scotty Boy. He usually doesn't. It's most unfortunate, but
good to know. That's good.
Yeah. I'm convinced we're making this all up. Oh, okay. Like a projection of our mind. Is that what you mean? That's a possibility. A lot of people are, some people are convinced that our reality is projected from our eyes instead of our eyes perceiving it.
See, that's the video I was listening to earlier. It was talking about just that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like listening to all the theories. I got a lot of them stacked up in the old cranium.
Yeah, I go to one of those streams like we do on either on even on this channel or other channels, or like London's channel. I'll be like, okay, I've got stuff to listen to during the week, because everyone posts like such an interesting stuff that like helps like make everything make sense a lot more. Because I was new to the lens Earth and all of that when I joined the channel. I caught up on all the material and it makes sense, but each of the, like, when you find other evidence outside of that corroborates that theory, it gives it more validity. And so the stuff I found this morning like makes that even more real to me, because other people, like a bunch of people, are talking about it.
Where are we there? Oh, that's not it. That's the wrong one. Too many tabs open, I tell you. I was going to present a little bit on Madol. There we are. Madol, made of, well, they call it cyclopean. Let's look at some images. There are all these six-sided long pieces of stone stacked together.
wow.
Into large buildings, they have doorways. But you can see how high they go. Some of them go 20, 30 meters. They're huge.
That they are huge. That's crazy.
It's millions of tons of stone, all moved into place around the island in one particular spot. And it's built out into the water, which is odd. I don't have that many pictures of it. Surprised. Oh, let's see how many more they have. So here we can see some really good images of what it's like. Now imagine a city, small city, built like this. It said that there were kings that lived here,
That'd be cool.
and that yeah, there's nowhere to grow crops. There's nowhere. You have to go inland to get water. Everything that you need to survive here would have had to have been brought to you. So these were the homes of the kings, as far as the stories go.
Where is this?
And after the Nang Madol, I'll show you later.
Madol.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
but the size of these stones, they're massive. Like they are huge, some of them. There's a good overview of some of it. But the amount of stone they moved is just incredible. Beautiful place. There's a good
Yeah.
overview. So each of these squared off areas is one of the compounds or houses that these kings built. And you can see it goes, let's see if we can do the turnaround on this one. No, won't swing. But you can see how big they are. There's the trees, those are massive trees. And so those were built for people. Of what size, I don't know. But just a gorgeous place.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
Amazing. Yeah, there's one of the walls. You can see that's probably almost 30 meters high.
That's huge.
So who would build something 30? Who needs something that's 30 meters high? It's ridiculously huge. There's one of the stones you can see beside the man. Now, even today, it would take us quite a lot to just move that one little stone. And they moved thousands and thousands of them.
How'd they do it?
I
That's
don't
the
know.
question.
I don't know. I have my theories.
Yeah, was it some kind of like tools, or was it some kind of levitation, or I don't know.
I think that they were just bigger people.
Maybe like
So
giants or like
here's the
giant size.
small. Yeah, yep. I think so. We can see the city here, like on the outskirts part, but it does extend inward. Most of this dark area of forest here appears to be manipulated terrain. You can see square shapes all along, going along there. What is that? That's a hole. Got to look at the hole. So a lake. Okay. But here we can see the manipulated landscape here as well, even under the water. Just a massive, massive complex. It's
Yeah.
just amazing. And I just wanted to show people that so that they could, take a look at Nan Madol. It's let's see where it is here. Micronesia. Now, there is a link apparently between this place and Atlantis. I don't know. Maybe the Atlanteans built it. Maybe giants built it. Certainly was a king. whoever that king was. Um, did have a small story about that, but I lost it. Let's see if I can find it again. Oh, no. Okay. Ooh, Nan Madol under LiDAR. Let's take a look at that for a second here.
It's just crazy there'd be such big walls on an island like that.
Looks like Graham Hancock did a video on it. Let's take a look
Nice.
at that. With LiDAR images. So we'll be able to see all the buildings. All those hidden ones underneath the canopy. I know. Amazing new LiDAR by Graham Hancock. Excellent stuff.
Today.
Yeah, this is for use for learning purposes. We're trying to learn about Nang Madol.
Recently, that kind of were added to that series. My Malden Island video and my video about the ruins on Tinian. I've had a few comments on Nan Madol. It's been over 2 years, so why don't we go down to Nan Madol, take a look around, look at some new research that has gone on here. Maybe a little Graham Hancock too. This is the island of Ponape. Located in Micronesia, Ponape streams on the east side of the island here. This, of course, is called Nam Madol. The first I noticed here, the last time I talked about Nam Madol was February of 2018, about 26 months ago. Here you see what it looked like on Google Earth then. There was no distortion in the water. Today's view, you can't see anything out here in the water. That's rather unfortunate. Do they have to do that? That's a little... I was really hoping to get a better look around here on Google Earth, but they have made that kind of impossible. But LiDAR work.
Yeah, it was rather convoluted on
take
ours.
Take a look at that. Take a look what is out
You could only
here
see a few outer buildings.
Covered up on Google Earth here. Here's a look at the shore of Nam Madol. You notice part of these ruins are submerged.
Most likely
right
cannibals.
There are rock walls underneath the water out here. The ruins.
Haunted or weird things happen there.
Here.
Interesting.
This is the shore, Nam Madol. Ruins partially submerged, some sticking up. I'd certainly like to visit, for sure. Here's a look at some of the ruins on the island, the ones that are up on land. Salt structure. There's no real good solid answer.
Yeah, those are basalt columns that they use.
People could have been living here for a long time, building on top of older structures, that is for sure. Here's the part of the island where most of the ruins are. Some of them lay under the jungle trees there. But on my last video on Nam Madol, I couldn't help but notice this. Where these ruins are, these structures.
That's all we've got to see so far.
Here, and that points directly east. In the distance, you have this mountain here on this island. So on the spring equinox sunrise, the sun would have came up right over that island. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, shorts are good.
I kind of... Is that spring equinox sunrise?
Scotty's boy.
I think it is. From the overhead view, you can really only see the ruins right down on the very east side of the island here. Well, let's take a look at some LiDAR and get a real good idea where these ruins are.
There we go.
Here's a pic using LiDAR, and this was done, I think, about a year ago. But here you see all the ruins that come down a wall here, and I think partially these are underwater right here. This is what it looks like today from overhead. That's the
LiDAR gives a better image, huh?
Incredible.
That's
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So here's a LiDAR pic, though, from that area of the shore. Some of this lies below water. Some of it with high and low tide, I'm sure, appears and disappears. But that is a LiDAR pic. And you can see here a lot of stuff going on shore here, roads and other
There's like
things
square
here.
The
buildings or
whole thing
whatever.
looks like it's been, yeah, the whole
Here's a
thing
look
looks like
what
it's been
is
sculpted.
below the surface of the water here. Obvious signs of
Dang.
man-made. How long ago did the water cover this up? Due to sea level rise? Well, that is a very, very good question. Maybe the key question here. I think LiDAR is pretty fascinating.
Wow.
Here's an overall look. Gives you
That
a real
area
good
is
look
like
what's on the island,
almost
what's offshore.
well, it's one
LiDAR's
half of
giving
the
us a new
size of the island
perspective
that
on
we
how
can
to
see
look at
now.
ancient ruins. And I think
A
it's
lot
pretty
more,
fascinating.
lot bigger
I'm going to
than
play about a 2-minute clip from a
I
Graham
thought.
Hancock lecture from my buddy Carlos's channel. I will leave the full link to the lecture, but he went and dove off Nam Madol, one of many sites he dove on. One thing I found really interesting when Mr. Hancock dove, he found a megalith underneath the water here that looks just like a
Yeah, it does
megalith
look
on the
like
island
Elgin
of
with the
Tinian,
hat.
and I did that
Yeah.
video about 6 weeks ago. That really stood out to me, but here is that clip.
Archaeological sites in the world. If we consider the broader area, there as it looks today, the Indonesian islands, New Guinea, Australia, there as it looked during the Ice Age, we have to realize that this is a fantastically interesting area, which truly was cataclysmically flooded at the end of the last Ice Age. And
Yeah, it could be harbor
draw
walls, Manny.
particular attention to Yap Island in this map. It just happened to be the only convenient map I could find on Google Images. What I actually want to draw attention to is Ponape, this island here in Micronesia, because Sam and I did a lot of diving there a few years back and spent a lot of time on Ponape. And lo and behold, at Ponape, there is a structure, a series of structures called Nan Madol, which are made of exactly the same material as we find at Gunung
Oh,
Padang,
yeah, man.
and which even really look a whole lot like Gunung Padang. These are Gunung Padang on the top, and here is Nan Madol in Micronesia. Nan Madol stands on the edge of the ocean, and if you continue out, again, comparisons between Nan Madol and Gunung Padang.
That'd be a cool place to see.
Look at those
If you
pics.
continue out into
Yeah.
that ocean and get your feet wet and get underwater, you find that structures continue underwater. And they continue for a long way underwater, down to about 110 feet beneath the sea.
Wow.
And there we find these huge pillars sticking up out of the seabed. In some cases, the pillars
Karen.
are fallen, like this one.
Look at the size of
covered in
that.
coral growth.
Huge.
And I'm
That's huge.
struck by the contrast between that fallen pillar and the huge piece from the island of Tinian, which is in the same general.
Wow.
I included that clip in
Dang.
the video I made about 2 years ago on Nam Madol, but I thought it was interesting. Here's a video I made a year ago. Khazra Leilu ruins. These look like Nam Madol ruins. They are not really close to it, but these all could have been connected by a common ancestor civilization a long time ago. Here's just a little video I made 2 years ago. Part Nam Madol here. Seems that there is stuff under the water, but these basalt columnware. This is a large, vast, ancient city. That is a video on Nam Madol. I was hoping
That's
to have
way
a better
bigger
look
than I thought.
on Google Earth here, but never know what you're going to find.
Oh, look at that. Another
Ruins
sunken
here,
city.
some of them out into the water.
Wow.
This
Dang.
place is pretty ancient. How far back does this go? Leave your comments. This video was just I'm not sure.
That's what I wanted to take a look at was this. That is amazing.
And you can
You can see the structures under the water so clearly.
other things here. That was pretty cool from Google Earth. Here is a look. LiDAR work done here.
Look at that. That looks like most of the landscape. Look at all the lines in it. They've sculpted that entire island, it looks like. Like at least the top 7/8 of it, just the outer rim that they've left. And it's got a very circular, I know that London man's going to notice the center peak and the roundness, how it looks circular, like a possibly an eye. How you doing, London man?
Peace, peace. Much love, Max. Much love, Pamela.
Hey, London.
How we doing? Mic check, mic check. Am I good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Good stuff. Good
Take a
stuff.
little close.
I'm amazed at how far out into the water they built and how much bigger. Like, look at that. It could be a break wall, could be part of the city. You know, I don't know. That's a really amazing. What do you think of the landscape there, guys? The top of it. Does that look entirely
You know,
sculpted to you?
you
All
know
of
what that
these
looks like?
lines.
That to me,
What
right,
does it
Max.
look like?
That looks like those pictures. Have you seen on the Mercator maps, right, where it's got
Uh
a
huh.
big sea creature with another sea creature in its mouth? This thing
Oh
looks
yeah.
like it's in the mouth of something else. You can only see like the
Okay.
front end of it. Looks like the front end of it looks like a little mouth, little nose, and everything. And the back end of this looks like it's in the mouth of something. It's been devoured.
Okay. I can almost see a pig face now, right on this
Yeah.
end here. It's like a snout with an eye right there. Could be pareidolia. I don't know.
Let
Let's
me
take a
hold
look
on.
at the
Let me
other.
snap that. Let me snap it, please, before you go.
Oh,
Please,
okay.
please snap
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Cheers,
Hold
Max.
on.
It won't allow me. My snap ain't available yet.
Oh,
Pam,
You
if
want me
you
okay.
to
don't
get it
mind.
for you?
Cheers, Pam. Good stuff. Yeah, it looks exactly like the Mercator map with the beast. Interesting. Salutes to the channel, to the chat room, the great chat room. What's happening down there? I see Manny in the building. Salutes. I see
What
B
is that?
Freeman in the building.
I was going to tell Manny I didn't get the email that he sent me or whatever.
Gotti boy in the building. Salutes.
And look at this. They've even built, it looks like this is built, this straight line here. It looks like a bridge or a wall from one island to another. I assumed a bridge at first, but maybe a wall. We have almost a perfect 45-degree angle here and another
Oh yeah.
part squaring it off. Even over here at the top right-hand side, from the tip of the nose of that
hmm
pig-like looking thing, there's a straight line, goes straight out.
I see
Very
it.
strange. And then, of course, all of this city down here under the water. And that's why I wanted to go through this and look at this video, because the LiDAR images are amazing. That landscape, I don't know. What do you guys think that landscape looks molded, done over, altered? Let's see the other LiDAR image.
Cheers, Pam. Good stuff.
So look at all the lines you can see now. Looks like the entire city, like the entire island was a city at one time. I don't know. What are they saying in chat?
They are saying you can put a road on top of no, not that one. What are they saying? Abstract.
Both a barrage to create electrical current. Yeah, some of these ancient sites seems like they transferred energy, even through stone.
I'm telling you, circuit board Earth.
Yeah.
yeah. You've been screaming that. Yeah.
Yeah, those lakes in the Andes. Like, I know some of them are temples from the Mayans, but some of them just look like machinery or circuitry. Got a 6-foot, what? 6-foot Cuda.
Barracuda.
Oh,
Got it
nice.
right to the boat.
Oh, swam away. Lucky little barracuda.
Do you eat barracuda? Or are you supposed to just throw them back? Barracuda. Are you supposed to eat it?
I don't know. You're supposed to eat it, Scotty boy, or do you just kind of put it on the shelf? There's that one. Yeah, it does. It does look like that is like an outer wall, maybe even a break wall. Maybe they were
Mhm.
like, maybe they were farming that area like Holland or something, using the land in that way, draining it
Uh,
off and using it for farming.
hey Max, let me quickly say this
Hmm.
before I forget. I'm going live again, ladies and gentlemen, tonight.
Okay.
Because Manny missed out yesterday, so he has a few things to bring us up onto speed. Right, he's got a lot of gems that he went
Awesome.
back and watched yesterday, basically, and he wishes he was there because he had a lot of info to give us. So I'm not going to wait all the way till Friday for Manny to give us his info. I'm going to open up later on today.
Cool.
Hmm.
Awesome. I put
Good
the link
man,
in
Manny.
chat if you want to come up and have a chat, Manny. During the ice age, the water level would be much lower. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they say up to 400 feet in some areas. And then you go back to the Book of Giants before it rained, before it ever rained. Uh, Imagine how much less water and seas there were.
Hmm.
Same as
So,
Somerset, we have irrigated the land. Yeah, yeah, that could be. Maybe the waters were rising and they built a breakwater. I don't know, or they decided to go out and farm in that area. Drain the land. Could
Talk
be.
about a hydroponics setup.
Yeah, right. Maybe the basalt acted as a filter for the seawater and desalinated or something. You get when you eat piranhas, you get a feisty snap. What?
eat
Feisty, snappy
piranhas?
attitude. And
Who's eating piranhas?
I guess Scotty Boy is.
Scotty
Oh,
boy,
James
what are you
James
doing?
Ortiz. I don't know. James Ortiz is eating piranhas.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on some piranha.
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
with the Holland. Oh, cool. That's interesting, Manny.
Oh
Cool.
gosh.
Well, Nan Madol. Very interesting subject, I thought. And
Indeed.
yeah, a lot to it. A lot to that island. I was looking at it on Google Earth. I couldn't make any sense of it, but I'm wondering with these LiDAR images if I could suss out any biology. I'm having a hard time. Let me see, where are we here? But I do like the pareidolia of the little pig's face. Can you see that? His little mouth and snout. Even looks like almost like not like a pig.
I saw frog. I know that's weird, but that's just what I
Yeah,
saw.
but there's his little snout right there on the end. There's his mouth. I don't know, like a weasel almost, right? I don't know.
Weasel, yeah, I see it.
Could be like a weasel. But yeah, definitely something going on there. Especially with that whole crater looking thing, too. Why has it got a crater looking thing? Could be an egg, in my thinking. I don't know how big it is. If it's a mile, if it's bigger than a mile, most eggs were around 1 mile, which they're pretty uniform. Check that out. I have Nang Madol on maps here.
I still can't get over how the 30-meter walls.
Yeah, those are
Like
huge.
how tall do you have to how tall were those people?
And what do you need that for? Yeah. How
Well, it has
tall
to
were
be for
those
some kind
people,
of
right?
defense or something. Like it has to be some kind of military because people wouldn't make that for funsies.
Yeah. So it's around 10 to 15 miles across, depending on where you go. So it's far too big to be an egg in my perception, because most all the eggs that I find are 1 mile. That would be massively huge. You can swim with piranhas as long as you're not bleeding. I wouldn't want to even try.
Hmm.
Call it a dragon sperm. No, I do try to be a little more analytical than that. Weasel frogfish. I like that. What was that? Weasels rip my Oh yeah, weasels are terrible creatures. Yeah, you see the weasel jumping forward?
Weasel.
Petty fish. Stuffed piranha. Yeah, I've seen a stuffed piranha. And those stuffed blowfish with all the spikes on them. Dogs are edible, yeah. Piranhas are greasy, okay. Going back in chat here, I miss all your good comments. They had a long pointy head full of razor sharp teeth. Yeah. All right. I think I caught most of your comments. I don't catch them all, but you guys are great. You guys do awesome comments. And they bring great information to the floor, which is awesome. Even if it's about greasy piranha fish and the snappy attitude you get after. All right. So yeah, Nan Madol, really an interesting place. That's all I had on that, guys. Lots to think about there for sure. Close
Good
out a
stuff.
few tabs here. Is there anything else I had? Oh, we got new emails. Oh, it's the same one. Okay. Thought somebody had sent me a new email. Nan Madol was the capital of the Saudalur dynasty until about 1628. City constructed in a lagoon consisted of a series of small artificial islands. So, the myth of Nang Madol, according to Popanean legend, Nan Madol was constructed by twin sorcerers, Osifa, Osiha, I can't say that, and Osolopa, from the mystical Western Katu or Kanamaweso. The brothers arrived in a large canoe seeking a place to build an altar so that they could worship Naniso Sapwa, the god of agriculture. Interesting. The agriculture was in there because
Maybe
it
it was
doesn't,
hydroponics.
it could have been. Let's see. So, yeah, interesting that it had was built to a god of agriculture. Very interesting. Okay. So that's Nang Madol. Nan Madol. Very cool. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. I was watching prairie dogs pop up all around me. Then a weasel popped out of one of the holes. He was hunting prairie dogs. Yeah, weasels are nasty creatures. You got something you want? Sounds like you're clicking around on the computer. Or is that?
Sorry, that I think one of my Rizzler shoots. Let me mute up. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. I thought you had something interesting. I was hoping, because I'm out of subjects now.
Well, I mean, we're just gonna warm down now, because I'm going live with Manny. So I mean, you're welcome to come over. But like I said,
Oh,
where Manny missed
absolutely. I'd love
yesterday,
to.
yeah, he's gonna show us some information.
Yeah, I think
was
it was a divine intervention that he showed up at that moment for this show.
I was going to tell you, London, that playlist went on to talk about the owl in one of the videos I sent you. So it's all
yeah,
there. It's
there
all
we
there.
go.
You just got to
There we
watch it.
go. Come on. Thank you, Pam. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah,
Told you.
did you get my email this morning?
This morning? No, let me have a look
Did you
now.
check out the email I sent you?
I haven't looked into my emails.
There's a video with a timestamp on it. There's a video there with a timestamp on it for you to take a look at.
Oh, I see. No, hold on. I see. Tommy just sent me a message. Hang on.
Oh,
Okay. I can't see your one. I see
Oh,
you one from
okay.
yesterday saying, yeah, you'll be there. Let's have another look just in case. I saw the one from yesterday. Is there another follow up?
Uh-oh. I found another bird. I found another bird for you.
Cool. Salutes, no. I'll see you down there.
I think it was on Easter Island, I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Easter Island.
I almost got an email and stuff. Should be in the chat, actually, the side chat. Remember we set up the chat to communicate back and forth?
The side chat. What
It's an
private
email
you mean?
feature.
Oh,
No, it's
yeah,
an
hold on.
email feature. Yeah,
At the
where we have
email
a
feature.
constant
Look
string
at
of
that.
chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
should be in there. Oh, Pamela says she sent more emails of pic. All right, let's check that out. And again,
Yeah, I
guys,
think
you're
my
always welcome to send me interesting stuff, or just about any subject, really. Always interested in what you guys like. Always brings up different thoughts. So, oh, here we go.
I was over on Martin's today. He was showing some
Oh, interesting.
interesting thing with the bells, you know. Good stuff with the bells.
Yeah, I was there. I only caught the end of that, unfortunately.
what's Martin's channel?
Flat Earth. Flat Earth British, rather.
Gotcha.
Martin Liedtke, Flat Earth
Yeah.
British.
Yeah. You know what? He said he was actually going to join
There's Manny.
yesterday, but
Hold on.
he was tired yesterday. But he said he had a fun time watching and listening, so I thought,
Nice.
All right, Manny.
yeah,
Nice.
that's gonna be
How you doing,
cool.
Manny?
Yeah, I'm just doing a little sorry to do this on your I'm great, thank you. I just hi.
I didn't get your email, Manny. If you want to resend it, I don't know how you tried to reach out through me. I think the contact link on my website's broken. I need to fix it, but try to email me again because I'm interested in the name thing or what it was.
So, what do you think
Can
we
you hear
got
me,
here,
guys?
guys?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your voice is a little choppy.
Little
Sorry about
choppy.
that. Is that better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds better.
I always forget on these StreamYards to turn off the YouTube.
Yeah,
There's a time lag, isn't there?
yeah. It's good for an echo
So
sound if you want to get that effect, but
yeah, so just saying hello, thank you for inviting me on. I didn't want to seem rude to not come and say hello. But
oh, I
obviously
appreciate it.
and when we go on London's later on, I got some great stuff.
Awesome.
And it's all very relevant to what we've been talking about.
Yeah, I love
And
the the coincidences. Of course, we know there aren't any, but
yeah, exactly. The synchronicity. It's like well, I'm in a band. I know London's seen some of our stuff, but I've written a lot of music, and one of the songs my friend said to me, I've turned sort of the three guys in the band to start seeing the bigger picture. And my mate Rob's embraced it so much, and he said to me one day, he was like, "Thing is, Phil," he goes, "if it's not weird, it just doesn't seem right anymore because all the synchronicities we get are so fucking out there. But now it's just normal. It's not even a thing for me anymore. Like before, I used to be like, no way, imagine that. Like yesterday, pure chance, I came into stream. So I went out yesterday to a little festival in Bristol around the pubs, and I was on the train, and I thought, well, I'll just see if I can hear it. And everyone was so drunk. I wasn't really that drunk. I've come to the conclusion yesterday that I don't really like going out to big things anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was the whole lockdown thing, sort of the time on our own. And also, I've had to hermit a little bit because I was caring for my dad for 2 years who had dementia. And after lockdown, I was still sort of stuck in all the time. So when
Yeah.
you get big groups of drunk people, especially when they're not like us,
Yeah.
it makes me feel even more different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, really.
Yeah.
But
It's horrible what they're doing out there at the moment.
I'd rather
maybe
be
I'm just,
stoned than drunk.
yeah,
What
me
was that,
too.
Pam? Sorry, I missed that, Pam. What did you say?
I'd rather be stoned than drunk.
Oh, yeah, salutes. Salutes to that. Salutes to that. hmm
But
Okay.
yeah. So I just want to come and say hello. Hi, Pam. I sent an email to your website.
Yeah, the contact link is broken. I'm going to put my email in the chat and you can email me to my email address.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just tell you what I'll say what I. Oh, look at that chemtrails. Hey, I tell you what, guys. I've been. So this morning. Oh, wait, look at that. Go out again. That.
Wow.
That's crazy. What the hell is that?
That is a
Well,
definite kind of
that's an
in the
image of the
chemtrails.
other.
Well,
That's the close-up or the far back image of this.
Oh, got you.
She's isolated that and put it into the other image. So let's go forward here. See if we
So
can
these
look at-
craft in the sky, do you think they're ours or are they something else?
I think they belong to someone else, myself, personally.
Because I know like we have a lot of money that's not accounted for in like various black budget projects and stuff.
I think it's a mix.
Yeah,
Some of them
okay.
are ours. Some of them are other people's inner or outer earthers um, with advanced technologies that they probably had for thousands of years.
Because I've heard that the triangle crafts are ours, right? The triangle, those are ours supposedly.
But there was no evolution after the Vimana of ancient Vedic times. And we know that they had city ships that could fly anywhere, pretty much. They said that they could go to different planets. So there is that technology that was out there. It's probably advanced quite a bit because they used to show the city, like draw schematics of these Vimana. And you can imagine it over a few thousand years how far the technology would have advanced. And even the Sumerian tablets show, like the rock cuttings they do, show kind of an advancement of technology from like some type of a solid fuel propulsion to anti-gravitics, where they fly around without, any seeming propulsion. But some people think this is a bird. Some people think it's a craft. Let's take another close look up to it. Now we have some people who are apparently bird experts. I don't know. Scotty Boy seems to think he is. Says it's a yellow-tailed warbler. I could see that. I could see
Yellow
that.
tail.
Is that what it
Thing
was,
is, though,
Scotty Boy?
thing is though, it doesn't look what's the word? Symmetrical. It's bigger on one side than the
Yeah,
other.
It doesn't look quite right for a bird to me.
Does it?
It
Now let's.
does look like a bird, I must admit, but when you look at it, but it's not in proportion. The left hand side, the right hand side as we look at it, is a smaller wing, and also the tail wing on the left hand side is almost twice as big. You see, look how the plumage would be.
Yeah.
But it does look like a bird, like a big bird of prey. Once again, like a massive wingspan.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I don't know if this is the right birds that they were mentioning, but the yellow-tailed warbler is a teeny bird, teeny tiny. It would
But
have
wouldn't they be the same
small,
size on the sides? Because the left
small
side is
pointed
bigger.
wings. Oh, I suppose those wings could be, but I don't know. It's a bird.
I mean, that would be
Yep,
like a
a
human with
warbler.
one leg longer than the other. That just
Okay,
doesn't
let
happen
me,
often.
let me share a warbler.
Actually, do you know what that looked like then? On London's AI book, when you're going into the microscopic stuff, remember that one that was like more like a slug type shape? That had those weird things coming out the top of it, didn't it? Now, if you look at that thing again, it looks a bit like that, like a larvae shape in the middle with this stuff coming off of it. I can't understand it.
Okay, there's a yellow-tailed warbler in flight.
No, it's different. Different shape, wings, everything.
Yeah, they're very pointed on the end.
Although like that, actually, it's sort of, I can see with the tail feathers crossed, like that, it does look like it there, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Because when it's in flight, you can't see that those tail feathers are spread out.
Mm-hmm.
And on that other one,
But,
it is, I mean,
yeah,
that
they
was
could
really
be pulled in tight.
but Manny,
that shows.
Manny,
Yeah,
I guess I get what you're saying, right? But at the same time, it looks like it's carrying a city on top of it.
it looks, I thought it looked like an island myself with a road going all the way across the top.
What if it's one of those drone birds
But I will say,
with an
whoever,
antenna sticking out the back?
Oh yeah.
whoever said it was a yellow-tailed warbler, I've got to take my hat off to their knowledge of birds from that quickly
Yeah,
to look at it.
Yeah, that is a really close match. Pin feathers, says James Ortiz. I'd check in with the monarch butterfly, and I got no match. No.
I'll tell you what, though, also, you know, in that picture a minute ago, Pamela Jean's picture with that craft.
Yeah.
So on my channel, my very, very first ever video is a chemtrail video 3 years ago. And that thing is like, I'm not sure whether it is a chemtrail or maybe it's a roll cloud, they call it, but it doesn't seem too much for me. But what I noticed this morning, so I try and do sun gazing when I can. You can only gaze the sun when it's first coming up in the morning and when it's just going down over the horizon. But when I look at the sun, when I sun gaze, I can literally stare at the sun without any break of my eyes. Like usually you have to look away. And my eyes create, you know, the term rose tinted spectacles. Well, my eyes create this like film across the whole of the sun and all the way around it, like a pink visor. And I can literally stare at it, and the sun changes. It goes into like an egg shape, and it spins around. You can see it spinning around.
Wow.
But it's only at those times in the morning, and sort of this time of year. But once again, they had chemtrails all over it today, and I personally think, one of the reasons for chemtrails is to block out what you can see above you.
I think so. I think that's one of the purposes as well. Yeah.
100%, because
they really wrapped it up in my area in 2012, just after me and my wife saw a strange anomaly in the sky. So,
100%.
yeah.
I mean, it is also like today when I was looking at the sun, it was covered with all these broken out chemtrails. I call it cotton wool effect, candy floss effect. As they come down from the sky, they dissipate outwards. And it gets so you feel like you could almost touch them. If you had a long enough ladder, you could get in there. Now, clouds don't do that.
Well, they did an arc in the sky for me the other day. I should have taken a picture of it. They did a circle. They turned around the plane while doing the chemtrail. That was hilarious. They've also done dots and dashes.
That's weird, actually. When we was at a festival a few years ago, my friend's daughter said, "Phil, look at the sky," and there was actually a word written in the clouds, and it was like, I can't remember what it was. And I said to her about it. She said, "No, I can't remember that." I'm like, "How the fuck can't you remember that? How many times have you seen a word clearly written in the sky?"
Exactly. Yeah, it's.
But there you go.
It's ridiculous what they do. Like, you know, they put it out in news briefs, but people still, they tell you that they're doing it, and then people still deny it. Like,
well, it's like weather.
Papers from Stanford. I've got the Weather Modification Treaty between Canada and U.S. from 1979. Like they haven't.
Well,
This is not recent, guys. You know, it's
even in the
ridiculous.
Olympics in Beijing, on the BBC, they admitted they made it rain to clear the smog.
Yeah,
That's on the BBC, the ultimate propaganda channel for the distruth.
yeah, and they still deny it. You know, it's yeah, Umbrella Corp, right? Oh, you've
It's,
inspired a lot of chat. When they sent me was a radio flyer. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see some
but yeah,
pics of that. I always forget. I should get pics of the things I see, but I
yeah. Well,
often forget.
the email I sent you, Max, was my YouTube video I done the other day. I was walking. I got woods quite where I live. I was walking back. I looked up, and bearing in mind I've been hot on the chemtrail thing since a couple of days ago, a week ago. I looked up, and there's this. Now I thought it was a plane first of all. Had no sound and nothing coming out the back of it, but it was much closer than what a jumbo jet should be, but a lot
Mhm.
smaller. When I looked at it, I thought, hang on a minute. So I filmed it, and I was trying to. First of all, I was looking at it, but it was a plane, and there was no trails coming off the back, and another plane did. And as I looked at it, it started changing the whole thing. I couldn't focus on it, and when I film it on my YouTube video, which is what I sent you, it does. Someone said it does look like a craft, and it's like, fuck me, that was pretty good timing. Once again, in the right place at the right time, literally. And that thing there, I swear in films there's been like flying cities like that. What's
Yeah,
that film?
there
Is
was
it
a craft like that on
4?
Star Wars. Was it Star Wars that had
Oh,
a
Trek.
craft very much
Well, yeah,
like
no,
that? No,
Golden Some craft had that. But I said, if you look at the top, it's like a dome, isn't it? Like a
yeah,
saucer.
yeah,
And on London's stream the other day, when he's showing McLovin's video of those craft in Genoa, well, they're on the water, so you can't see underneath it. Now, I said that looks like it could be a keel. For a
yeah,
boat, you have a keel, don't you?
yeah,
Now, if
yeah.
you only see half of these crafts when they're in the water, we don't know what's underneath them, do we? And that looks like a type of domey type top.
Imperial fender
Domey
ship.
type top.
Streaking is still a thing. No. Oh, it is if you're at the gay pride parade. But
They've been
they
doing it
could
in
do,
Boston for years.
yeah. It's a hand drill
Well,
up in the sky. That's
I'm going to jump out. Oh, what
yeah,
time is it? 9 London.
Correct.
Well, I'm going to jump out, make myself a quick cup of tea.
Yeah.
Wakey, wakey.
Hey,
when is
listen,
9
Yeah.
o'clock? Is that in like
It's
10 minutes?
about
Is
10
that
minutes,
when-
but listen,
Okay.
it's not a hard 9, right? It's not a hard 9. You take your time, man. You're no rush. I want you to be comfy, so don't rush yourself and spill your hot scalding kettle water on you, right?
Have
Take
you
your time.
posted yet? Have you posted your show
Yeah,
yet?
it's
Can you
posted.
send the link into chat there?
Sure, I can. Yeah, no rush, money. I want you feeling comfy, mate.
Yeah, it looks like a hairdryer or a cordless drill in the sky too. Good point there, beloved.
I'm gonna slip out, but thank you for having me on.
Awesome.
Max.
Thank you for
I
coming up.
appreciate it. I really
Yeah.
loved seeing that place and those like 30-meter walls or whatever. That's insane. I'm gonna be thinking about that now and why they had that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Made
do
me think.
more research now. It seems like that's all I'm doing lately because that's insane. But again, thanks for having me. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all
All right.
over at London's, but I want to take a break.
All right.
Cheers, Pam.
Much love.
All right, later.
One love.
One love.
Cool. There's London's link.
Hmm.
But that's a really amazing pick. All right, guys. So we're gonna shut her down now. I think that's all we've got for today.
Good man.
That was a great show. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see you next weekend, Friday night for class, 11 p.m. Central Time in Canada, whatever that is for you. Okay. Oh yeah, I did get your pick. There's Angel Wings. There we go. There's Angel Wings. Good to see you, hun. You'll have to go back and watch. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.